Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk, back another video day, and today the New Orleans Pelicans have announced that Trey Murphy III will be out for 3 weeks, and it could be more, with a right hamstring strain. Now, 3 weeks is what they're telling us now, but that's just going to be when he is reevaluated, and he definitely could miss more time than 3 weeks. If you look it up, a right hamstring strain heals in the area of 2 to 6 weeks. So I think it definitely could be more than 3 weeks. It could be in the area of 4 to 6 weeks that Trey Murphy misses. And if I have to make a prediction, sure, he could come back in 3 weeks, but I think it's more likely that Trey Murphy comes back in 4 or 5 weeks, knowing that it takes 6 weeks for it to heal. Although the process could be quicker for him for sure. I just don't know if I could see it being 3 weeks until Trey Murphy's back. And the tough thing for the Pelicans is with him being out 3 weeks now, he's going to miss the entire preseason. So he has no playing time in the preseason for him to get back in basketball form. And as of right now, if he misses exactly 3 weeks, he's at least going to miss their opening game of the season against the Chicago Bulls. So as of right now, if it's just 3 weeks, which it definitely could be more, it's missing the entire preseason and the first game of the regular season, which I know there are 82 games in the season. That's fine. But at the same time, missing the entire preseason and one regular season game, then, the regular season kind of turns into his preseason. But let's say he misses 4 or 5 weeks. Let's say it's 5 weeks for Trey Murphy III, which I think it's very possible maybe they could reevaluate him in 3 weeks when the season starts, and they say, okay, well, might have to take it, and might have to give it another couple weeks. Then he's going to miss a lot of games to start off the season because the Pelicans do not have a lot of rest early. The first 14 days of the regular season, the Pelicans play 9 games. They have 2 back-to-backs in the first couple weeks of the season, and they are playing every other day to start off the regular season for the first 2 weeks. All 9 games to start off the season, it's either a back-to-back or it's an every other day. So they have no, situations to start off the year in the first couple weeks where, it's a couple days off and then you play, or even sometimes you'll see a team get 3 or 4 days off before they play a game. Usually a team doesn't get 4 days off before they play a game, but sometimes you will see a team get 2 or 3 days off before they play a game. But for the Pelicans to start off the year, it's 9 games in 14 days, playing every other day with 2 back-to-backs. So if the injury would turn into being out for 5 weeks instead of 3, he's missing the first 9 games of the season, even though it would be 2 weeks into the year. And Trey Murphy, he's important to this Pelicans organization. He was the 17th overall pick in 2021. This past season, he was terrific. 2023-24 season averaged 15 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 2 assists per game, good defensively, averaging 1 steal per game, a half a block per game, really good 3-point shooter, 38% last year, 22-23 season, 40.6%, rookie season, 38.2%. He shot 39% from 3 in his NBA career in 3 seasons, played 57 games, started 23 of those. In the playoffs, when they had the series against the Thunder, when they got swept by the Thunder 4 games, he shot 38% from the floor. He shot 34% from 3, taking quite a bit of threes per game, though. He took 8 threes per game, which is a lot, and shot 34%. In the regular season, he took almost 7 threes per game and shot 38%. So it was a little bit down in the postseason, but this was a bigger role for him in the postseason. He had only played in the postseason one other time, and that was as someone coming off the bench, not having a big role, only playing 20 minutes per game. So it goes from, okay, I'm playing 20 minutes per game as a young rookie in the postseason, when the Pelicans had a 6-game series against the Suns in the 21-22 season, compared to last year in the playoffs. Now he's a starter, starting at small forward. He's playing 42 minutes a night. And sure, he only averaged 12 points per game. He averaged 7 rebounds per game, though. He averaged 3 assists per game. He averaged 2 blocks per game. He averaged 1.5 steals per game. So a really good job defensively for Trey Murphy in the series against the Thunder. Solid job offensively, scoring wise. Only averaged 12 points per game. Did a really good job rebounding in the series, but that's a lot of pressure because the Thunder are a really good team. They're a really good defensive team, and that was a big step up for Trey Murphy going from you compare his playoff stats, going from last postseason he was a rookie, who was just a bench player getting some nice minutes and doing some things from time to time, to being a full-time starter. And I mean a full-time starter. It's not just someone who's starting and getting decent minutes. This is someone who's playing 42 minutes a night in that series against OKC. That's almost the full basketball game. 48 minutes in a basketball game, you're playing 42. So, and as he's getting older, he has turned into a better player. I mean, he went from averaging 5 points in his rookie season to, turning that into averaging 15 and shooting amazing from 3, 40%. And in his next season, the 22-23 season, was a most improved candidate. Then ups that the next season last year by boosting his points per game, his rebounds per game, his assists per game, his blocks per game. So everything went up for him last season. So we'll see if things go up for him this season, going into his 4th year and a contract year. But here's the thing. It definitely could go up, but if it does, he's going to miss some time. It's either going to be the entire preseason, or it's either going to be the entire preseason and miss the opening game, and then you come back for the beginning of the season a little bit rusty, or if they take their time with this, I think he'll probably miss around 5 or 6 weeks, and you won't see him play until they're 10, 15 games in. So let me know your thoughts on the Pelicans announcing the Trey Murphy injury in the comment section, and peace out.